Good afternoon, everybody. Happy Friday. The weekend is almost here. And to get your weekend started, I am joined today with the amazing Grant Carson at Grant Carson Hair to tell you all about our newest innovation with BC Bonacure. Hi, Grant.
Hey, Stacy. Good morning. How you doing?
I'm good. Well, look at this cool new platform we get to use. This is awesome.
Yeah, very excited.
Bringing it to YouTube.
So we're very excited. I actually can't wait. I'm so excited to have a new platform, so excited to have new brands to share with everybody. I'm really excited. And I'm excited that Stacy is here presenting with me. If you haven't had the opportunity to meet Stacy, you can always check out Stacy on social at Stacy SKP as well. But very excited to be here with you all. And if you're watching live or if you're watching this playback, welcome and thank you for joining us on a Friday afternoon. So as Stacy said, my name is Grant Carson. I'm a brand educator for Sportscraft Professional, and we're going to be taking you through BC Bonacure and the new launch in clean performance. But before we get into any of the technical information, we actually have a video to share with you first.
Awesome. Here we go. Love it. Did you know that was all shot locally? That whole campaign was all shot locally. So cool.
Well, I was actually just going to say, Stacy, you were one of the people in Ontario that got to go to that photo shoot. So tell me, how was it? How was your first time playing with BC Bonacure, the new BC Bonacure?
I was so excited. I mean, I've always loved BC Bonacure, but you know, now with this clean performance and vegan aspect, like honestly, the fact that it still performs at such a high rate and is vegan, like, I mean, come on. But I guess you're going to get to tell everyone all about that.
That is exactly it. So thank you so much. And thank you for sharing that video. So hello, everybody, and thank you for joining us again. So we're really excited to be sharing BC Bonacure with you. And as you've seen from that video, it really is all about that clean performance, but still high performing as we know and would expect BC Bonacure to be. Now, part of why we relaunched BC Bonacure was what we call the hair care dilemma. So what do hairdressers and consumers really want? We're looking for products that are clean, they are conscious, but they are still high performing. So we want our products to perform just as we know and want them to, but we still want to be able to produce and offer our clients green and sustainable products. So we're able to give you both of those with BC Bonacure. So our first point that we have within the family of BC Bonacure is our clean beauty. So clean beauty for us means a couple of different things. One, it's our vegan, healthier lifestyle. We're seeing this everywhere, and this trend is transpiring not only from the world of, food and clothing, etc. It's now hitting our beauty products. You walk into any beauty store and there's a whole vegan section, there's a free from section. We're looking for cleaner, safer, and less aggressive products. And really the talk of the hour right now is sustainability. It's incredibly important. It's incredibly close and dear to my own heart. But sustainability and planet-friendly products and packaging are really at the forefront of a modern salon and modern technology. And next, I actually have a little statement to share with you all about what our views are on the performance and what we think about our clean performance. So we're choosing performance and we are choosing clean beauty. We're changing professional hair care for good, embracing clean beauty and high-performing products that are free from compromise and full of promise. We work with advanced vegan technology to create formulas that are full of what's good and free of what's not. We're using sustainable packaging and ingredients that you trust, none of the sulfates, silicones, parabens that you don't. We are aiming to inspire confidence in our hairdressers and consumers every single day because we care. And that's why we're choosing clean performance. So to deep dive that a little bit more, however, what does clean performance mean? What is the BC Bonacure Clean Performance portfolio? It's the power of vegan keratin and a professional and clean formula. So it includes our advanced technologies, which are our new vegan care complex that's really providing you with the most gorgeous and perfected hair on all hair types. And I'm going to deep dive that a little bit more in just a moment. We have our clean formulas that are now 100% vegan and free from any professional formulas. So it's removing any of the stuff that we don't want inside of our cleansers, conditioners, and treatments. And to top that all off, really with a pretty little bow, as you can probably see behind me, all of those new BC Bonacure products now come in a fully recyclable packaging and made up to 97% recycled plastics. So it's a big win for our sustainable packaging. So to deep dive that a little bit more, what's happening with those clean formulas? What do clean formulas mean within BC Bonacure? We have 100% vegan formulas, which are designed with no sulfates, no parabens, no silicones, no mineral oils, no phthalates, and no artificial colors, and no microplastics. So the way I look at that as a hairstylist, when I'm recommending a product to a client, any question they have about what's in it, I can pretty much confidently say no to everything they're asking that could be in the product. We're free from the things that are generally a problem for clients. So we're able to offer a clean performing formula, but still maintaining that incredible performance that we know and love Bonacure to do. Then where we have our brand new packaging, and the new packaging, I mean, Stacey, you and I have spoken about this before, and we both agree the new packaging is incredible. It looks amazing and it feels amazing, right?
Oh, I love it. It's just so clean and streamlined. And the fact that it's in line now with the rest of the Schwarzkopf family, like the Igora brands, the sustainable packaging, I think it's just the cherry on top.
Absolutely. It really just makes sense. And I mean, I don't know about everyone else, but like I feel like I'm always trying to get free from products and sustainable packaging where I can. Like I'm trying to do my part, and it's great to see a global brand doing that, but also doing that for our consumers too, right? So with our sustainable packaging, we have a brand new shape, a brand new design, more cleanliness to the design and shape, new colors, better sustainability better stability for our products, and more professional, strong shelf impact. So really it's a well-rounded and well-versed group of products that look great on your shelves. They're great for the environment, and they still perform as you would know, love, and expect them to. Now, how they look is amazing, but what's inside the products is what's really going to set our new Bonacure apart. So we have two key components that live inside every single component of Bonacure. The first part is our vegan keratin. Vegan keratin is going to be working on the inner sections of the hair. So it's going to be working on building the strength from the inside out of the hair, providing strength to the cortex, restoring that structure, giving the hair a natural elasticity. And we're using a vegetable protein alternative to non-vegan keratins that we've seen in the past. The vegan proteins that we're using here are soy protein and wheat protein. So this is able to give us the same effects to the internal structure of the hair as we've known previously in the past with proteins, but using a more sustainable and more cleanly vegan alternative. Then we have our cell equalizer technology. So we're really looking at a 360 package with our Bonacure family. So using that cell equalizer technology works on the outer structure of the hair, creating cuticle alignment and sealing and restoring that lost protolipid chains from the cuticle layer to really make the hair look perfected, make the hair polished, and have it feeling incredibly smooth and incredibly clean and conditioned. So our protolipids are being replaced by those natural vegan keratins and natural vegan structures that we put into the products to be able to create a balanced and even structure. Now, Bonacure still lives in a family of different subcategories. So we have a plethora of products that can really pertain to different needs and different world of the hair. So our Bonacure skincare inspired ingredients, and if you're anything like myself and becoming more and more obsessed with skincare, especially as you get older, your skincare focus now lives inside your Bonacure. So we're using products such as arginine, which are designed for damaged hair to help rebuild the internal and external structure of the hair. We have our pH 4.5, which is the ultimate pH balance for the hair to live and stay at when we're looking at maximizing our color retention and also the way the hair feels and holds on to that color. Then when we're looking at dry hair, we're using a key ingredient called glycerol. Glycerol is designed to bind moisture into the hair and allow for that hair to hold onto that moisture for a longer period of time. And then we have Q10. Q10, I think, is the word on kind of everybody's lips. It is that anti-aging product, which is designed to not only bind moisture back into the hair, but also help to allow a better and cleanly structure to the hair, allowing smoothness, anti-frizz, helping to really control the textures of the hair. And last but certainly not least, we have Tosserfel, which Tosserfel is a key ingredient infused with vitamin E for all hair types. Think of it as your best friend for removing dirt and debris from the hair. But we're going to deep dive that a little bit further. So with all of those key core ingredients, we also have our Bonacure core ranges. So I'm sure if you're familiar with Bonacure or you've seen it in the past, you'll have already familiarized yourself a little bit with these formulas. We have revamped them, we have restructured them, we have created a brand new way of looking at Bonacure. So our 5 different categories that we have are Repair Rescue for damaged hair, we have Moisture Kick for dry hair, Color Freeze for artificial pigment and previously colored hair to hold that in. We have Time Restore for mature and fragile hair, and we have Clean Balance for all of your deep cleansing needs. So what I'm going to do now is actually deep dive each and every single one of these subcategories to give you a better understanding and a better way of explaining this to your clients and how to recommend these products. So we have Repair Rescue up first, which is our core brand for repairing the structure of the hair. So infused with arginine, and if you have one of the shampoos in front of you, this actually gives you an insight into what's in each of the products. So it's just letting you know exactly on the front what your product is going to be doing. So that Repair Rescue arginine, the technology benefits that live inside of this instantly revive and reverse 3 years of damage onto the hair, providing up to 95% less hair breakage in a combability test, increasing that improved combability of the hair up to 85%. So think about your blondes where they're heavily highlighted, or your balayage clients where maybe they struggle to get a comb through it. The Repair Rescue family will be their best friend. So then creating 100% stronger hair and sealing up to 90% of split ends with our sealed ends treatment conditioner. I'm just going to jump ahead of the gun a little bit and just say this is my favorite thing in the world. I love sealed ends. It is such a wonder bar product. And if you haven't used it, you have to run out immediately and grab one, because this will become not only a stylist's favorite thing, but also a client's favorite thing.
Well, and I have to add too, just so you know, because it is such a hero product, they've now made the size bigger too. So now we're at 100 mils. So they've made it a little bit bigger, still small enough to fit in your purse, but more to love. So
exactly. And also a bigger size also means you can still travel with it. So even though it's 100 ml, it's still travel friendly, which is perfect.
That perfect amount. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So then for our Repair Rescue, we have our range of products within the family. So as you can see, even just on the screen alone, we have our cleansers, our conditioners, our spray conditioners, treatments, and sealed ends. What I'm going to be focusing on are our hero products for this. So we do have our cleansers, conditioners, and treatments, which we all know and love and use every day in the salon, but also in the shower for ourselves. But those hero products are what really sets Bonacure apart and gives it that brand identity. So first up in the assortment is our Repair Rescue Spray Conditioner. So this is a leave-in spray conditioner with instant repairing and restoring action for damaged hair. So again, think about those blondes, think about those balayages, think about even those color correction scenarios where you need a lot of strength and moisture back into the hair. This is a fantastic detangling tool I love this when I've done, any backcombing work, if I've done any, kind of heavier lightening or lifting scenarios. I love the spray conditioner. It really almost feels like it's filling up all those gaps and making the hair feel incredible. So this is going to bring back that elasticity, the strength to the hair, soften and smooth that surface. But best of all, it's also going to give you heat protection. So it's that well-rounded, does everything go-to product. And it's just amazing. This is my go-to. Stacey, I feel like you also love the spray conditioner too, right?
I always need any kind of leave-in detangler because my hair is so fine. It gets so knotty. And yeah, I mean, the blonde, right? We get breakage. So yeah,
That's it.
gotta love
Yeah,
it. And especially with the heat protection now, just another added layer of benefit for sure.
absolutely. So then we have sealed ends, which I already gave away the ghost. This is my favorite thing within repair rescue. So this is your intensive cream serum. So when you actually see this product, and Stacey's, I believe, going to give you a little another view of this as well. When you actually see the texture of this product, it's very much like an emulsion cream. It feels like a moisturizer that you would put on your skin. Not that that's what I'm recommending to do with it. This is a hair focused product, but you can really see that smooth, soft texture. So it has the feel of a serum, but almost like the finish of that cream is just so pretty and so intensifying on that hair. So this is going to bring back the elasticity and the strength of the hair, nourish those porous ends, so helping to balance out the porosity and the evenness of that hair structure, prevent breakage within the hair, and best of all, it provides heat protection up to 210 degrees. So where I like to place this and where I like to give this to my clients, anyone who's doing heat styling, anyone who blow dries their hair, they can put this in on damp and blow dry it in for a very smoothed out, very polished finish with gorgeous sealed ends. Or it's a great little top up for your day 2 or day 3 before you go in with your curling iron or your flat iron. Not only is it going to give you heat protection, but it's going to help smooth and seal those ends of the hair as well. So it's just a 10 out of 10 product.
Yeah, absolutely. And what I was also going to say is if you are trying to grow your hair out, it's another option for that. If you're trying to grow your hair out, we know that nothing is going to, repair or fix that split end, but you can prevent it from going further up. So you use this every day and, it's going to help to fix that. But I did want to show you this. Okay, so I've got this real nice hair strand that I was very rough with when I was shampooing it, so that it could look, very fuzzy for you. I've got my sealed ends here. Hopefully you can see. And we're just going to, smooth this onto the cuticle. You can see I actually use quite a bit, but as I start working that through, it's just going to smooth everything out. Look at the shine on that. And once you work it into the hair, it's going to feel so light and so pretty. But yeah, look at the shine difference. Instantly smooth it down.
Yeah, that's incredible. I mean, it's a go-to product. I think if you ever have clients with like the frizz, if you ever have clients who are maybe struggling to like manage their split ends, or they're really struggling with just that like bottom third of their hair, this is really where sealed ends kicks in. And the moment you use it on a client, it's like, great, I will have all of them, please, because
yes,
I never want to live a day without it.
Absolutely.
Amazing. So that is our repair rescue. And we are keeping a little eye on the chat as well. So if you do have any questions for us about any of the products, please go ahead and throw them into the chat for us. And between Stacey and I, we will get you an answer. So next up, we have our Color Freeze family, which is our pH 4.5. And this is formulated very specifically for colored hair. Our pH 4.5 technology is Sports Bra Professional's first vegan color locking system for zero fading and long lasting color intensity. I love pH 4.5 because for any client who has a color service, this is just the easiest thing to tell them they need, because it's for colored hair. It's designed to maintain your color vibrancy. So regardless if you are doing redheads, bright purples, fashion tones, or we're just doing regular blondes where we're toning them with a pastel toner, this is still going to seal and lock that color into the matrix of the hair. So rebalancing the structure of the hair, because as we know, when we color, when we lighten, we're bringing that pH of the hair much higher than its natural intended level. So by using something like pH 4.5, it's bringing the hair back to where it naturally should live, anywhere between a 4.0 and a 5.0. So bang in the middle is your pH 4.5. Now the design for our pH 4.5 is to give you up to 90% more color retention for up to 30 washes, which is quite an incredible claim for this family of products, but it really helps to ensure that the hair is moisturized, the hair's pH balance is correct, and that we're ensuring that we can maintain that color for as long as possible. So our pH 4.5 as a range overview, we have our cleansers, we have our conditioners, we also have treatments and spray conditioners within this family. When it comes to our color-free silver shampoo, so if we move on over to the next slide, I want to show you something incredibly cool. And I know Stacey's going to show you some more visuals of this too, but our pH 4.5 or our silver shampoo is our really fantastic violet pigment. So you're able to see where that pigment direction lives and how cool and violet that is. So you can see just how pigmented that rich shampoo is. And what this is going to do is help to neutralize any unwanted pigment within the hair, cleansing out any yellow, very gentle but effective, neutralizing any unwanted warm tones within the hair, but also preventing any color fade. So still living within that pH 4.5 family. And remembering too that all of this is free from artificial colorants too.
Yeah, I love how you like really just got in there and got your hands dirty. I'm a little more of a OCD girl, so here I am with my little scientific little jars here, but you can see just how, hopefully you can see just how pigmented this shampoo is. So I did do some swatches for you as well, and I really hope that this shows up well. So I'm going to show you the before, and I hope you can see. My lighting is just too darn bright today, but this is a very sort of yellow level 9 swatch. Here is the shampoo just after 2 minutes. I think you can see the difference there. And then if you want to leave it on more like 5 minutes, you can see that extra neutralization even more so. Hopefully that shows.
Yes, well. That looks amazing.
Oh, I think you can see it when I go back like that. Yeah. But the intensity of the pigment and the way that the hair feels, just amazing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I will say I've been using it quite a bit on my clients recently, especially like my blondes for pre-toning. And I love that it's not drying the hair out. Like the hair feels so incredibly well conditioned, and it's not an over pigmented kind of shampoo. So I'm not finding that I'm getting, little spots of too much pigment and areas where there isn't enough. There seems to be a really solid consistency to this, and it just adds that very soft, like cendré violet kind of pigment in there. It's a go-to product. I really love it. Plus the smell. I don't know what it is they change within that smell, but it should be a candle. It smells incredible.
Agreed. And honestly, with the 4.5 technology, that's what allows it, I think, to take so evenly, because, I mean, swatches are notorious, right, for being super porous, like where the hair gets thinner. And, usually you'd see over deposit of those ends, but, even on this tricky hair, it takes super evenly.
Mm-hmm. Amazing. And then to complement that silver shampoo, what we now have in BC Bonacure, and I'm very excited about this because I love this style of product, is our Color Freeze Silver Treatment. So you're able to see, I'm going to do this without ideally getting any conditioner all over my laptop.
I was going to say, don't slather this all over yourself, because I will save the day with this.
Perfect. So this is your very intense violet, or your intensely moisturizing and restoring texture that's designed for color treated hair. So think your blondes, your balayages that are pretty light up towards those like levels 9, level 10. This is going to not only provide the care that that texture and style of hair needs, but also help to neutralize any of those unwanted tones and revive that cool tone whilst preventing the color fading. So it's doing so much in such a short space of time. Now, what I also recommend before Stacey shows you what's going on with the pigment and the direction, where you have a silver shampoo and where you have a silver mask, they are kind of interchangeable in such a way. So if you have clients who are maybe avid overusers of purple
Right?
shampoos, I don't know about anyone else, but I've also been that client
I think we all
whenever I've been blonde. So what I've been recommending for stylists and also for my clients, for myself, is to, if it's someone who maybe overuses a purple shampoo and doesn't understand that potency that lives within that, I'm recommending that they take home and utilize instead our Color Freeze Silver Mask. It's slightly less pigment in my opinion. And not only that, with the way in which you apply a mask versus the way in which you apply a conditioner, very, very, very different. We're going to put shampoo in our hand, and then what do most clients do? Lather it up and put it right here. So we end up with the purple front, we end up with the banding. Whereas for that short brief of time where I had long hair, I know how I applied conditioner. I put my hand to the side and I pulled it through only the ends where the hair needs that most nourishment and also where it generally needs the most pigment.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, like Grant said, you can see hopefully. There we go. You can see it's so, by comparison, let's just show you the pigment difference. Your shampoo is definitely more pigmented. And to Grant's point too, with a mask, what's nice about this is if you have really porous hair, so whether it is overly sensitized, whether it is naturally curly hair, we know that porous hair tends to want to take these cool pigments very, very strongly and very quickly. Whereas with a mask, like Grant said, you get way more control. So if you do have a tendency to overtone or over deposit with your shampoos, definitely the mask is where you want to be because it is a softer, gentler type of pigment. I'll show you the difference because hopefully you can see. You can definitely see it in person. So I have on this side is the shampoo, this side is the conditioner. Do you see the difference? The conditioner is a little softer.
Just that tiny little bit of a difference. But Stacey, do you think you could maybe post these on your story after?
That's exactly what I was going to say. I'm going to take a picture on a white background and I will post it to my story so you can get definitely a better look at that because honestly, like you can see it still gives you beautiful neutralization. It's just a slightly more delicate pigment.
Mm-hmm. That's perfect. Thank you. I mean, it's great having two different options. I think this is the thing. We think about blondes and we almost immediately think they need a purple shampoo. Sometimes we don't need all of that pigment all of the time. So having an alternative option, which to Stacey's point is going to balance the porosity, balance the condition. It's a really fantastic way of upgrading your clients at home care, but also upgrading your back bar services too.
Exactly. Love it.
Then in our Color Freeze family, we have up next our Color Freeze Spray Conditioner. Now, this is when I'm working, so when I'm taking clients and when I'm doing hair on weekends and evenings and whenever I can fit it in, this just kind of lives inside my apron. Like I use this on everybody. It's the go-to spray conditioner for me. I love it. It's incredibly lightweight. It's ideal for all color treated bases of hair. So regardless if you're doing a brunette, a super duper blonde, anyone in between, you're able to use this to just add that additional detangling property, bring that hair back to that optimal pH post color service, and revive that shine back into the hair. And on top of that, this also gives you blow dry heat protection. So for any of my color clients leaving my chair, I always let them know this is the one product you need to always have in your bathroom.
Oh yeah, and honestly, if you have a finer hair texture, or alternately, it's not overly sensitized or damaged, you may find something like the Repair Rescue might start to feel, even though it is also lightweight, that might start to feel a little heavier in your hair. That's when you know it's time to move over to the color freeze. This is
Mhm.
more like your everyday color protection, but also really lightweight for fine hair detangler.
Mhm. Yeah, it's just a go-to. Like I said, this should be in everybody's pocket. Every stylist should have one of these in their pocket and pull it out for every single client because it just
Absolutely.
works on so many varying hair types and is incredible.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it smells great. I mean, I don't know about everybody else. Such a smell person, so I love adding that scent into the room. And you always get the question about what that is, right?
Well, it's all part of the experience, right? Like, washing our hair is a sensorial experience. So not only are we going to feel those benefits, but yeah, the scent is hugely important. I agree.
So then we have our beloved Moisture Kick family. This is a personal favorite of cleanser and conditioner of mine because I use this one myself in my shower. So Moisture Kick is based off of our glycerol formula, which is designed all around moisture. So it's formulated for normal to dry hair. So that Moisture Kick and that glycerol technology that lives within it, glycerol helps to rebalance the internal and external moisture levels. So it's going to work not only on the inside and the outside of the hair, but it's also going to help to re-moisturize the scalp and give up to 48 hours of a moisturized hair feel. Now, I can only talk to my clients' experiences and my own experiences with this cleanser and conditioner. The way it leaves the hair is beautiful. I have very coarse, very hard to manage kind of hair naturally. So this really helps to soften out that texture and soften out that condition of my hair, but also provide me with a little bit more elasticity. So when I am styling, I can hold a shape. I can add movement and texture into the hair. This
And
is
I gotta say too, you always like to wear your hair with a little bit of volume, right? Like, so you don't want a moisture product that's gonna weigh your hair down. And so even like, doesn't as long as your hair is thirsty, this is never gonna weigh your hair down. So even if you got fine hair, like you're gonna
yeah.
get that moisture and that shine, but still, maintain body, which is great.
Exactly. And I look at it kind of like this, like if the hair, whatever the hair needs, it's going to take. So if the hair is able to take in all that moisture, it's going to take it in. It's going to be very happy about it. So it's a personal favorite of mine when I'm, deciding, oh, do they need repair rescue? Do they need color freeze? Actually, could I just give them moisture kick because it is that well balanced, well rounded collection? It's still going to be safe for the color. It's still going to be great for drier hair. It does it all.
Yeah.
So in our Moisture Kick range and our portfolio, we have a whole slew of products. So we have, of course, our cleansers, our conditioners, and our treatments, which are, part of, your day-to-day routine. But where we have those additional kind of hero products that live within Bonacure, our first one up is our Moisture Kick Spray Conditioner. If there is one thing in this world that I wish every stylist would use, it's a spray conditioner. It is life changing as a stylist. If you're blow drying, if you're styling, if you're just combing out post color service, this Moisture Kick Spray Conditioner is for instant hydration, lightweight. So no intensity to the hair. You're not weighing it down or creating a weight or a heavy finish to the hair. It's just your hair, but improved.
And here's a little hot tip. If you have kids like me, we're entering that season where, taking off toques, we get like static and crazy hair, and the hair in the back from scarves and things starts to knot up. You spritz this on, when they get out of the shower, and you're not going to get any of that. So it reduces the static. It prevents the nest that happens in the back of the head from the winter coats. So this is like your best friend for the upcoming season. I'm telling you, just even for the static, it's great.
Yeah. And if you're like me and don't have children, what you can do with this, I actually use it as a second day refresher. So if I
Mm,
know I don't have to cleanse my hair, but if you have shorter hair like myself, you may wake up in the morning and it looks like your hair is going in every direction but the right way. What I normally do is just grab a little bit of my Moisture Kick Spray Conditioner and I'll just spritz that into my hair just to restyle and refinish. I can blow dry. It's going to give me that blow dry heat protection. It quenches the thirst of my naturally dry hair, but just gives me that soft finish that I'm looking for without losing my volume. So our Moisture Kick Spray Conditioner is that all-rounder. So whether you have kids, whether you're like me, whether you're using it behind the chair in the salon, it is that well-rounded product. So then where we have our Moisture Kick Curl Bounce, this is our rich hydrating gel that's designed for wavy and or curly hair. This is such a unique product and very unique in the texture. I know Stacey is more than likely going to be showing us a little demo afterwards with this, but I just want to show that texture a little bit. It is so unique and so cool with how movable and workable this is. So with the glycerol in this, what that's going to do is kind of envelope around the hair and create that seal of moisture. So what I recommend when you are actually applying this product is to do it at the sink. So after you've cleansed, after you've conditioned, and that hair is wet and holding on to all of that moisture, because as we know, what curly hair normally needs is lots and lots of water and moisture. So when the hair is soaking wet, you can apply your curl bounce, and that's going to help activate all that moisture, all that glycerol in there and hold in that moisture. So it's going to give you up to 48 hours of definition and moisture, but it's also going to give you blow dry heat protection if you're then going to diffuse or any other blow dry heat that you're going to be adding to the hair.
I've got to say, this is the one that I was just the most blown away with out of the new products when I started playing with it. I use this to diffuse into the hair, and oh my gosh, the hair, didn't it all feel like how you might expect a gel to feel? Like it doesn't feel crunchy, it doesn't feel dry, it feels bouncy, it feels hydrated. And you're right, I did have my little container ready to go. And as you can see, the way that it like moves in here, it is somewhere between a gel and a serum almost. Like there's a lot of viscosity to it, which makes it really easy to work through the hair. And yeah, as Grant said, as long as you put this in hair that's really, really wet, either let it air dry or diffuse with it, you're just going to get beautiful, hydrated, bouncy curls.
Yeah. And what I also love too, and I'm sure you've noticed this with working with it, Stacey, but the shine.
The shine, it like you see it immediately, like, and it, you know what I mean? Like you see it immediately. The second you put it on that hair, it wants to take in that moisture. It helps it to redefine that curl. Yeah, no, it's a cool product.
Love this product. I think for every curly stylist and every stylist working with curls, you're going to fall in love with the curl bounce. But then for the other side of our hair world, where maybe we need a little bit more moisture, or maybe we need a little bit of extra love within that head of hair, that's where we have our hydration balm. So this is still a lightweight hydrating leave-in treatment, but really takes it to that next level in terms of moisture and adding that teeny bit more weight than perhaps curl bounce could provide. So this is going to retain that inner moisture level, so ensuring that the hair is holding on to any moisture that you've already added in or that you put in with your cleansers, conditioners, and treatments. It's going to improve the hair's texture and quality when combing, adding any additional styling products. Think of this almost like your primer for the hair. A soft shine into the hair, and of course, blow dry heat protection. So well-rounded, well-versed product designed for all textures and all heads of hair.
Absolutely. And one thing I found too is, again, here's the consistency. It's fairly thick. You see, it's not really, moving around as I go here. It's a really nice, thick cream. What's really nice is if you have a very thick head of hair and you combine the two products, it gives a beautiful finish. So if you combine your curl bounce with the hydration balm on a really, really thick head of hair, it like you said, it's next level. Those two together are beautiful.
Yeah, it's a great tool, an easy product to use on any clients because it just makes the hair feel amazing.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, and then moving into our Q10 Time Restore. Now, this is, I think anyone who's been working with Sports Craft Professional for a little while knows about our Q10 Time Restore and how fantastic and amazing it is. Our Q10 and Time Restore were designed and formulated for mature and fragile hair. So how does Q10 work within the hair? So coenzyme Q10 actually helps to reactivate the production of essential keratins within the hair. Hair is made up of, a standard amount of, give or take, about 95% keratin. So we know that product or that ingredient is so potent and so key to hair health. So when we're using Q10 and reactivating that keratin within the hair, we're creating more elasticity, we're creating more vibrancy to the hair, and we're creating really just more life within it. So this is going to help to not only add moisture, add control, soften out the texture, it's going to protect against the visual signs of aging, which as a general rule of thumb are things like dry hair, coarser textures, unruly. There's so much within the Q10 family that it does. It's just an incredibly softening and nourishing collection. But we've taken it to that next step now with our Q10. And we now have a product called the Clay Treatment, which is in the Q10 family, and it protects the hair against any natural aggressors, any, anything that can kind of live on the hair that we don't want to, that can weigh it down, that can cause, product problems for, future styling, etc. So not only is this going to give really strong care and nourish to the hair and scalp, it's also going to reactivate the keratin throughout the hair and also help to unclog any pores throughout the scalp. So it's going to protect and also moisturize.
Yeah, I was really surprised when I read about this. I expected a really sort of thick, maybe hard to work through the hair kind of mask, but it is beautifully creamy. Look at this. It is a beautiful cream that you can work through the hair. You can use this as both an at-home treatment or as an in-salon treatment. In fact, with the launch, there's this beautiful little bowl that you get, this little ceramic white bowl, and this beautiful white silicone brush that you can apply both to the hair and scalp. And one of the other things that I want to mention about Time Restore in general is if you're a fine-haired girl like me, I have some mature hair, some of them, but mainly I love using this just to also give me a little bit of volume. So if you're a volumizing person, but you still like the feeling of hair that's moisturized, because sometimes volumizing products can make our hair feel a little bit more on the drier or astringent side, this gives you the benefit of both, right? Because it is made for mature, fragile hair. Guess what? It's amazing for fine hair, for giving body and things like that. And the treatment, it's not going to weigh your hair down at all. No. Like most treatments, like I can't use treatments because unfortunately my hair is just so fine. But this one I actually tried on myself, and my scalp felt amazing. It's been dry from the summer, right? Like sunburnt. I get the sunburnt head. So it felt so great on my scalp. And then my hair just, felt nice and bouncy and full and moisturized.
It's surprisingly, like when you see and feel that texture of the clay mask, you almost instinctively think, oh, is this going to weigh things down? Is this going to feel very heavy? But the feel of your hair and scalp after is just incredible. Like it feels soft, it feels nourished, but it also doesn't feel like there's any weight to it at all.
It feels fluffy and moisturized.
I also, one other thing about Time Restore, and it's kind of it's how I look at Time Restore and how I think about the way that these kind of products work. I also like to think about mature hair even in the length of the hair. So mature hair doesn't necessarily just mean that someone is of a certain age or of a certain characteristic. It can also be the length of your hair. Like when I grew my hair and I got it to like, just below collarbone, it took me 3 years. So imagine hair down to your stomach.
Yeah, that hair's seen some things.
Oh, and my hair 3 years old had seen a lot of stuff. So I could only imagine had I gotten it to 10 years, right? So consider too, mature doesn't always just mean the physical age of someone. It can also be the physical age of their hair is more mature just based on what they do to their hair, how they treat it, and also how well their hair is performing over time.
Fantastic point. Love that.
Perfect. And that's Q10. So Q10 is a superstar product. I love Q10. But then we have, last but certainly not least, in the Bonacure family, we have our Clean Balance, which is using a key ingredient called Tosserfel. Tosserfel is a key ingredient which is based off of vitamin E, and this is designed to remove environmental pollutants, any residues, any dirt, impurities, just basically anything that can build up and continue to become a problem on the hair over time. So where it comes to our key ingredient Tosserfel and that vitamin E, it's going to help work in a more astringent yet still color safe way. So our Clean Balance shampoo, which comes in your 1 liter size. So everything we've been showing you already will come in these smaller retail sizes, so 200 to 250 ml, but our Clean Balance also comes in the 1 liter size. So this is all about deep cleansing, removing dirt, impurities, anything that can build up, but also a great way to prepare the hair for any chemical services or any chemical treatments. Plus, I mean, I'm going to smell this and I know that you can't smell it right now, but when you do get a chance to smell this, it has this incredible like spearmint kind of smell. And when you actually use it to shampoo or to cleanse someone's hair, it is incredible. Like the feeling of how fresh and clean your scalp is. I actually love mixing up the Clean Balance shampoo and the Time Restore Clay treatment. Love those two together.
I've totally gotten in the habit of doing a cleansing shampoo before my primary shampoo. And primarily because I love that clean, minty feeling on my scalp before I go to cleanse. Like, because I always do 2 shampoos, and I feel like that first one just like really sets the scene and allows my other products to really do their thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really an incredible cleansing shampoo. I love, and I love that tip, like using it before anything else that you would potentially use. I just adore it as a deep cleanse shampoo. It feels good. It really cleanses the hair without being overstripping or overburdening the hair
Yeah,
with too much of a cleanse.
yeah.
Perfect. And then our next slide, whenever you're ready, Stacey. So these are just some of our hero products. This is giving you an idea of, what those new products are and, things for you to really try, because we're so excited about our new Bonacure and the direction that we're going in with our clean packaging, clean performance, but those high performing products. We have things like our curl bands that we took you through, our color-free silver treatment, and that fantastic Time Restore Clay treatment from Q10.
Yeah, just
Now, what we
really.
also want to share with you is our signature consultation approach when it comes to our, oh, sorry, Stacey.
No, I was just going to say, we just really want to highlight these hero products because there's something brand new and, really innovative from the line that I think people will really enjoy.
Yeah. So our signature consultation approach, so we have a 5-step approach to what we should be focusing on with our clients and also what we should be focusing on as hairstylists. So step 1 is ask and listen. It's so surprising as for a stylist, when you really take a step back and listen to what your client's telling you, you can then recommend the products that coincide with the issues they're having. So regardless of their age, there are some questions you should be asking every client during a consultation. So it's making sure you know their hair type, what has been bugging them about their hair, and what you can do to help support their hair moving forward. Our step 2 is always going to be our diagnosis, which is going to be diagnosing really what's happening with the hair. What do we visually see and what do we feel within that hair? So from there, you're able to recommend any at-home products, make sure you're really in tune with what they're currently using at home. So you can make sure that all of your recommendations are perfect and exclusive to their hair type, texture, and needs. We then have our in-salon recommendations. So this really makes sure that you are able to show those clients those recommended products, let them know why you recommend these problems based on what they told you earlier. So it almost goes back to step 1 of ask and listen. You're now telling them what they need based on what they've told you. So then we can recommend our over-the-counter BC Bonacure products that matches the in-salon service or the products used in salon. From there, we're able to then give our client a full home care routine. So kind of like what we were talking about earlier. If we have a client who is overusing those purple or silver shampoos, a great option to take them in instead would maybe be giving them the color-free silver treatments. So there's ways of going around to really make sure that that product is perfect and exactly what that client needs and wants for their hair care.
And what's really nice is that, everything can be intermixed. Like you can really curate a personalized approach for your client's individual hair because, you can mix and match from the different ranges and really, get to the heart of diagnosing their issues and treating them. And then, maintaining from there, right? So like we were saying earlier, you might start with, say, a repair regime but then, your hair is now repaired. So now we can move you into, say, the moisture or the color freeze regime. So, yeah.
Mm, yeah. Thank you. And then last but certainly not least, a new salon service option that you can be promoting in your salon is a vegan blonde neutralization. So just as Stacey mentioned earlier, our step one is going to be to purify the hair. So utilizing your clean balance shampoo with that tocopherol and that vitamin E in there, that's going to help to really clean out your canvas before you start working. So a deep cleanse shampoo and leaving that on for 1 to 2 minutes before rinsing. Then what we're going to do, just as Stacey does, we're going to be using our Color Free Silver shampoo. So free from sulfates, free from your artificial colors. This is still going to add that soft, shimmery, cendry pigment or violet pigment in there. And then if we want to really up the ante and up that world, we can then use our Color Free Silver treatment to make moisture and treatment back into that hair and give a little bit more of that pigment and designated shine. And then for finishing, of course, like I said earlier, everybody should have this in their pocket, but our Color Freeze Spray Conditioner is going to give you your blow dry protection and also that high shine that every single blonde, especially in a cool direction, is looking for. But I feel like, Stacey, you did this model, so I feel like you
I
might be able to speak
did.
a little more eloquently to this service.
I can. So, well, you did a great job, but I can definitely tell you about this model. So, our beautiful model came in just like many platinum blondes do. She, as you can see on top, had experienced quite a bit of yellowing and staining. This is totally normal. The lighter your hair is, the more prone you are to picking up pollutants or any impurities in the water and thereby turning your hair yellow. So with her, we actually did this entire, before it was like an actual put together, treatment. This is exactly what we did. So we first used the clarifying or the purifying shampoo, and that did a great job right off the bat, just removing like the buildup that was in her hair. Then from there, we did use our silver shampoo. We did let it sit for a good little bit of time. So I think we let it sit for about 5 minutes. But really, the cherry on top was using the silver treatment. That's when the magic really happened and everything came together. And as you can see, huge difference in the before and after, right?
Yeah.
Just this shine, you can see the difference. You can see how matte her hair was. Usually when the hair is warmer, it looks more shiny. But in this case, you can see it's just impurities that have built up. The second we, neutralize that out, remove those impurities, look at the shine and the neutralization on her hair, and not over deposited at all. Just absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, it looks incredible.